Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to Fluent English Journey. Let me start off with a little question for you. Would you ever try to brush your teeth just once a year for 5 hours straight? Of course not. That would be crazy. Instead, you grab your toothbrush every single day, spend a couple of minutes, and that's it. You don't think about it, you just do it, again and again. And you know what? Learning English works the exact same way. You don't need to lock yourself in a room and study for 5 hours in one day. What really makes the difference is doing a little bit every single day. That's what people mean when they talk about consistent practice. Let me break it down. Consistency simply means showing up again and again, day after day. Not just when you feel motivated, not only when life is easy, but regularly like a habit. That's what it means to be consistent. So, in today's episode, I'm going to show you how this daily rhythm, this steady practice, can completely transform the way you speak English. Are you ready? Good. Let's dive in. Why daily practice matters. So, why is this steady practice so important? Let's talk about 3 big reasons. Reason number 1, your brain loves repetition. That's how it learns best. Every time you hear the same sentence again and again, your brain starts to hold on to it. It becomes familiar. Reason number 2, daily practice makes speaking automatic. At the beginning, talking in English feels slow. You pause, you think, you translate in your head. But when you practice a little each day, your mouth learns the movements, your tongue remembers the words, and suddenly you're speaking quicker, more natural, more free. Reason number 3, confidence. Every time you practice, you build a little more self-belief. You start to trust yourself. You stop being afraid of mistakes. And instead you just try. That step-by-step confidence grows only through daily effort. So remember this, a little bit every day is far more powerful than a lot once in a while. This is the true power of consistent practice. It's not about one giant study session. It's about small steps that slowly, surely, change your English forever. What to do in 15 minutes. Now, like I've said before in other episodes, you don't need hours. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a real difference. But maybe you're thinking, okay, Tom, what should I actually do in those 15 minutes? Don't worry, I've got 5 simple ideas for you. You can pick one, or do more if you're feeling strong. 1. Listen to English. This is one of the most important habits. Just listen to something short. Maybe a podcast, a little story, or a simple daily conversation for learners. Don't stress if you don't understand everything. Just try to catch a few words here and there. And the best part? You can do it while walking, cooking, or making tea. 2. Shadow a sentence. Shadowing means listening to one short sentence and repeating it at the same time, like an echo or a shadow. You copy the speaker exactly. This helps you with pronunciation, rhythm, and natural flow. For example, listen to me, I'm going to the shop. Now say it with me, I'm going to the shop. Do it again and again until it feels natural. 3. Read something short. Grab a short story or a simple news article. Read slowly. If you see a new word, try to guess the meaning before running to a dictionary. But don't stop too much. Just enjoy the reading. This way you get new words and new sentence patterns without stress. 4. Write a short paragraph. You don't need to write an essay. Just 3 to 5 sentences is enough. Write about your day, like, today I went to the park. I met my friend. We had coffee. It was sunny. Or write about tomorrow's plans. This helps you with grammar, vocabulary, and expressing your thoughts in English. 5. Talk to yourself out loud. Yes, you heard me right. Talk to yourself. No one has to hear you. Just describe what you're doing in English. For example, I'm making breakfast. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm going to work. This trains your brain to think directly in English and makes speaking feel more natural. The result. Now picture this. You've done your practice today. You listened to a podcast, you read a short story, you wrote a few sentences, maybe you even shadowed a line or talked to yourself. And then you ask yourself, okay, do I sound like a native speaker now? Of course not. Not after one day. But something small has changed. You feel a spark of happiness, a little pride, because you showed up, you practiced, and that small feeling, when repeated day after day, turns into something big. And when you finish that little practice, you feel it, you think, yeah, I did something today. Maybe you picked up a new word. Maybe you finally understood a short sentence that used to confuse you. It might be small, but it's real progress. For example, you hear someone say, "How's it going?" And now you know it means, "How are you?" Just one tiny step forward, but a step forward all the same. After 1 week. Now imagine this. After 1 week of showing up every single day, you've built 7 days of practice in a row. Each day you listened, you read, you wrote, you spoke. And little by little, your brain starts to relax into English. You begin to remember more without effort. You stop translating every single word in your head. Step by step, you start guessing meanings, and most of the time you're right. Sure, sometimes you're wrong, but that's part of the process. Picture this, you see the phrase, "I'm heading to the store." You've never studied that before, but from the context you figure it out. That means I'm going to the store. That's real learning. That's real progress. After 1 month. Fast forward to 1 month of consistent practice. By now, your brain feels used to English. It doesn't sound foreign anymore. It feels familiar, almost comfortable. You know more words. Your sentences come out a little faster. You don't need to grab the dictionary every 5 minutes. That, my friend, is the real sign of growth. Sure, at the beginning you felt shy. You worried about mistakes. But every time you spoke a little or wrote a little, you got stronger. And now you find yourself saying, "I can do this. I'm learning. I'm not perfect, but I'm improving." That's real confidence. And confidence doesn't appear overnight. It grows slowly like a seed turning into a plant. But if you water it daily, it always grows. Simple tips to stay consistent. So let me give you a few simple tips to help you stay on track, to make daily practice easier. Tip 1. Use a calendar or checklist. Draw a simple chart with the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Write down what you did each day. Listen to a podcast, read a story, shadowed a sentence. When you see your progress in front of you, you feel proud, and you'll want to keep going. Tip 2. Set a timer. Sometimes we tell ourselves, "I have no time today." But the truth is, you do have 10 minutes. So set a timer on your phone. Say to yourself, "I'll practice for just 10 minutes. When the timer rings, you can stop, or maybe you'll feel good and keep going longer. Tip 3. Pick the same time every day. Make English part of your routine. Some people practice in the morning, some at night, some while commuting. If you practice at the same time every day, it becomes automatic, just like brushing your teeth. Tip 4. Make practice fun. This is important. Don't force yourself to read boring things. Choose topics you enjoy. If you love cooking, read a recipe in English. If you like travel, watch a short travel video. If you enjoy music, sing along to an English song. And keep your tools ready, have a podcast saved, a story open, your notebook nearby. When everything is easy to find, it's easier to start. The big picture. Think of consistency like planting a tree. You water it a little every day. At first, nothing seems to change. But one day you look up, and it has grown tall and strong. That's exactly how your English will grow. You've got this. Just keep going. Keep practicing. And most of all, keep believing in yourself. I'm Tom, and this is Fluent English Journey. See you next time, my friend.